Greetings, gamers! Welcome back to FC Andorra, Road to Glory, with me, Johnny, Access Euphoria. Now, before we get started in today's video, because there's a fair bit to catch you up on. You're not going to believe this, but anyway, basically, want to do a massive, again, thank you for everyone that is subscribed, enjoying, watching, viewing, commenting, all that kind of good stuff. And I want to do a bit of a question of the day sort of thing, so if there's anything you want to know, any questions you have, obviously do fire them down below. I have been asked a few questions recently, obviously in comments. A few people on about, again, teams that you're managing. A few people with sort of suggestions, but a shout out to Owen97, Eon. I guess it's sort of pronounced Owen97. Henry Chinaski, Jason Conway, HH. Sort of saying, Euphoria, I'm loving the series. Hope you continue doing it for a long time. Best regards. Well, thank you. Great stuff, my friend, for that. What else got? A club called Pratt. That sounds tailor-made for me. Yeah. I love that name, Pratt. That was just an awesome club name. But yeah, do keep up the comments. That is absolutely awesome, guys. Now, I am a little bit ahead of the comments and the videos because I'm just really enjoying the series. But also, I have got a busy period coming up, so at least it gives me a little bit of a time where I don't have to rush and get videos because I don't want to risk them not going up for you. But yeah, there's a lot to catch up on this one. And like I said, yeah, so question of the day, do drop them anything you want to sort of ask me or go through, or anything you want to see on the series. Like if it's like, oh, I want to look at this particular part, do let me know in the comments and we can look at that in an intro to a future video. So do get involved, guys, because I want to sort of show you things that you guys want to see. So drop that down below. Just put in the comments something you would like to see in a future episode, whether it's a particular player, a section of this, or whatever, or even a guide on something. But let me know in the comments down below. But otherwise, if you don't have something like that particularly you want to see, then in the comments below, just let me know where you think we will finish before you see what's happened so far. So based on that first game we played, and a bit, how we sort of looked then, what are you anticipating? Like mid-table, get relegated at a canter, win the thing, who knows? Let me know what you think down below before we move on. Because before I show you how it's gone, I'll quickly show you the staffing side of things. I've upgraded a few of the staff, and we've been able to increase them. I was able to get 8 scouts now, which is awesome. We can't really do the youth conveyor belt system right now because something I didn't really mention in the last episode, but during the off-season, I asked to increase our scouting range because all we could scout was sort of Spain and Andorra, because kind of where we're based, and then the league system based in. And they upgraded it to everywhere. It was like, yep, you can go anywhere now. I was like, great, awesome. Literally, a click later, I press continue. The next article above, so that article was scouting after a recent board meeting or whatever. The scouting range has been upgraded. Great. And then literally the next one says the scout after a recent meeting. Oh no, it's like the board have decided to downgrade your scouting range to Spain and Andorra or something like that. I was like, oh, for God's sakes, what? What has happened there? Now, obviously, we did still have the debt at that time. They hadn't paid it off, so I don't know if it was something to do with that. But that was really annoying. So we can't really do the youth conveyor belt system tons. I'm having to pick and choose who I scout. And I'm generally doing trials. That is like the major tip I can give you right now. It's just trials. It's really obviously useful. So you can get them in. You can see the stats and sort of ratings and things like that. So it really helps you out on that one is doing trials. But I have sort of kept upgrading them. And basically, I just have all my scouts set to look around for under 23 players. I have some set to look for loan players, some set to look for free transfers, some to look for just transfers in general, or expired players. But basically, just constantly looking around our scouting range for them, and that's kind of what they're doing. I'm getting lots of little pop-ups with, recommended players, and there's a few on there that I am sort of eyeing up for the end of the season. Now, I've also upgraded sort of this side of things as well, in terms of some coaches, some ins and outs in that front. And it does mean, basically, if we look at the training a second, go to the, not that one, overview, where is it? Coaches, that's the one. Edit assignments. You can sort of see here we've vastly upgraded some of these positions now. So I've got a new goalkeeping coach that's covering those areas. I've had to sort of basically put our ass man, which is kind of something I normally do anyway, to sort of all these bits, just to bring down the workload, because it all crept up to heavy. So they're on that. But I've now been able to release myself to just focus on 2 areas, which means they're a lot better. Got some new coaches in here, Vladimir Buac and Igor Stojvic, who is covering the attacking side of things. We've got a good defensive coach here. I think once we again can upgrade it, we'll get another one here so that he can then become a full 4-star. And it is improving. We've got more fitness coaching because he was kind of moaning about that quite considerably in the off-season. So I focus on that area in particular. So I think all in all, we've actually a good standard here for things. Now, I can't really put it off anymore. Let's have a look. Whoa. Who was expecting that, guys? So out of all your comments, I'm going to look through and see who put that we were doing well and who put we were doing badly. We didn't lose a game for the first 5 games. We won all the first 5. We were about to set a record in this match. It would have set a division record for straight wins, and then we lost. It had to go at some point. But obviously, we had the 2-1 in the last live comp, but then we had a 1-0 win against Albacete. Fidalgo with the goal there. Decent performance. Played really well. Lots of bookings. Kind of one of those sort of games. 2-1 against Leganés. Garcia and Rivioli with the goals there. You can kind of notice that basically in the first few games, none of our strikers were scoring it. I was like, oh God, please just score with your strikers. Like, the midfielders and defence were doing it, but you kind of want your strikers to score. They came good though. Cadiz, Marquez got a penalty. Fidalgo with another goal. He's been really good for us so far. And then Racing Santander, Tommy Doyle, Andre got himself a goal, and Marquez as well. So he went on a couple of games with a goal there. We did lose against Malaga, who are a really good side. I mean, to be honest, we've played a few decent sides, and when you actually compare, like, a lot of these teams, some of them are worth like £60 million, and they've got, I think one of the teams had, what was it, about a £200,000 wage budget and like 10 million in the bank or something like that. And there's us here with like 1 million. Our club's worth about £4 million. We've got, some of them had like 20,000 season ticket holders. We've got 800. It's just like light and day, but we are mixing it with these guys. 2-1 defeat. We took the lead, and then 2 goals. One semi late on did it for us, but it had to come at some point. We then bounced back though, and this is against the promoted team. This was the team that was the runner-up, I think, in the final of the first place ones. And that was kind of weird because basically we were sort of talking about last year about last season, that final thing where like the top place teams played each other. Both the teams in the final got promoted, so I don't actually get the point of the final. Surely you just play the first one, and the 2 that win that are promoted. What's the point in playing the final game? Because whoever wins it, they're both promoted anyway. No idea what that was about. Anyway, Leonesa beat them comfortably. Come to Mexico, finally breaking his drought, grabbed himself a hat-trick. Marquez with a goal, Fidalgo with a goal as well. We also had an own goal, and Danny Mora with some goals. So that was awesome. That set a record as well for the goals. Now, we're no longer playing Gijon. That got postponed due to, we've got a few players away on international duty. So we're playing Cordoba and Las Palmas. And Cordoba is the team that actually won the playoff final against Leonesia. So we've got a chance here in the 2 home games. So let's get into the team selection then. We've got the odd few injuries here and there and suspensions. You can see Neves just out at the minute, but coming back shortly. Andre's recently been out, so we'll actually bring him back now because he's back fit again. But yeah, otherwise we're doing all right. Garcia, I completely forgot to put him back on the team there because he was suspended. I moved him back in, but then didn't move him back up there. But we are lined up with Merch in goal, Allende, Erakovic, Garcia. I kind of set back line. Like I say, I've made an odd rotation here or there due to suspensions. I think we've had Erakovic and Garcia suspended over that run. Mora, Hilmar, Ravioli, Fidalgo, who's been just excellent for us. 4 goals so far from that role. Tommy Doyle, who grabbed himself his first goal recently, he saw. Hunter Metzikov finally off the mark, and Marquez as well. So hopefully now these guys are kind of in some form, goal-wise. I'm really hoping for some big stuff from them. Let's submit the team, though, and let's get into things. I am massively enjoying this save. It is so much fun. Now, I really don't think, they're actually kind of very similar tactics to us. They're basically playing this kind of tactic, but with the man behind rather than a flat 3 in midfield. Pick up where you left off. Let's go, boys. Come on. So this is a promoted team like us, so hopefully we can sort of give them a good game. We've been on a really good run, obviously, and I kind of want that to go as long as possible, really. Only obviously 1 defeat in this first, 7 games or so. Oh, what a goal! Ravioli with a tremendous effort there. Ball played in from Hilmar, and just 1 minute on the clock, guys. We've taken a lead against Cordoba. What an effort that was. Look at this. Hilmar dinks it in. Ravioli just literally, first touch, just wangs it in the back of the net. I've seen a lot more bangers this season. Like, there's a lot more like awesome little edge of the box, out of the box, kind of crisp, in the sort of corner kind of goals, which you didn't see as much of in FM19. So I don't know if you guys seen that too, but I'm definitely seeing a lot more of them style goals, which is a pleasure to see. I love to see them kind of goals. Going to praise them because we're playing pretty well so far. Decent amount of chances. Obviously got the goal lead. Decent amount of possession. Really happy with this. Like I said, and like I was kind of alluding to a little bit before we got that goal, I don't think this is going to maintain the full season. Don't get ahead of ourselves. I don't see us getting promoted or anything like that. We're not going to win the league. We've conceded. Set piece, not the best to concede there. I hate conceding set piece goals because it's just like you should be defending them better. You should be picking them men up, and yeah, just completely runs away from his mark, which is Mora. Not ideal, but they are 1-1. Don't need to see it again though, guys. Not ideal, but we are at half-time now, so we'll get the guys back in, G them back up again. If you look at the stats then, they are trying, to be honest. They are having plenty of chances, but we are kind of the better side, so they say disappointing. I will agree because there's a few poor performances in there, 6.3, 6.5, 4, 5, so yeah, I'll agree with that. I think we should do a little bit better. Let's get back out there, guys. Didn't see too many highlights actually for that first half, so it feels like we are playing very similar tactics, so I think we're cancelling each other out a little bit and both having chances, but Hilmar, with his first goal of the season there, he was a player that I wasn't really sure if we were going to keep, to be honest. I literally, his contract expired, we just kept him on a month-to-month for quite a large part of the pre-season, but there just literally was no one else out there, and I kind of thought, well, I don't want to have another loan. I want to try and have at least a nice base of kind of our own players, with the kind of like nice loans sprinkled in there. And like I said, there weren't really loads out there anyway. I do notice that Kuntimetsov is injured, but yeah, well, I think we'll bring him off actually. No, we'll see what this highlight does first. But yeah, so I decided to give him an extra contract. He took a wage cut. He was on like 2.2, and I think now he's on like 1.5 maybe. So he took a bit of a wage cut, and that kind of sold it for me. I was like, if you're willing to do that, then you deserve to be our kind of backup player. And to be honest, he's actually been more of a starting player recently because Neves picked up quite a few injuries over this sort of early part of the season and not been quite as in form as Doyle. Oh my days. Tommy Doyle, what a goal. Like I was saying earlier, there are so many more out-of-the-box kind of long shot goals. That must be like a thing of this database. Like, there's always a kind of a thing with each FM, you know, whether it's like the tapping goals, the rebound goals. I'm seeing a lot more of these long shot ones, so I'm thinking that this is this FM's kind of thing. He's got an assist, so it's a shame to bring him off. Kind of wanted to get him in some run of games, but not to be. But we'll bring Andre on, who's obviously a decent player. Fidalgo's struggling a little bit, so I think we'll bring Ivan Martin on for a run out. And I'll leave it at that for now, I think. Go with that. 67 minutes on the clock, then 3-1. Really good performance. Looking at stats, we're definitely the better side here. Gonna praise the guys because we're playing pretty well here. Not been tested too much, to be honest. It looks like they've had chances, but we're not really seeing them, so they can't have been like super amazing chances. I think we will just bring more off because he's pretty knackered and he's on a booking, so I don't want to get him sent off in the last few minutes of the game because that would be very annoying. We've had a few red cards and bookings lately, so just trying to keep everyone chilled out. But that's a really good win for us. 3-1 in our first game of today's episode. Nice. We're doing well, guys. Like I said, don't get too over pumped. I don't think it's going to last forever. But whilst it is, we need to make the most of it, guys. I think 2 days, that's not too bad. Because I think basically if we can get... defensive work. If we can get... Let's have a look. So there's like 42 games of the season. I do apologise, my throat is still killing me. I've worked all the way through on my pop. I had a bit of a recording session today. But sorting Gihon, they are second, but we are 7 wins, 1 loss, really good goal difference. Yeah, I still think we're going to end up around maybe about here. I think I was going to expect us maybe start a season to try and push for here, kind of where it previewed us at. I don't know if that preview has changed at all. No, it's still saying there. But yeah, I still feel like we'll actually maybe just sort of finish outside the playoffs at this kind of rate. But all it takes is a bad run, and then it all goes to Shizness. So we'll sort of see how it goes there. I'll see you in about 12 days or 2 seconds for you for the Las Palmas game, who are bottom of the league. So maybe we can get another win under our belt. That'd be pretty cool. See you in a second, guys. Here we are for the second game of today's episode, then Las Palmas. And just one thing I want to point out to you is it's not just us doing really well. So there must be something going on here. But Gymnastic, are second, and they are a team that came up with us as well. The other teams being Leonesa, who are 16th, and Cordoba, who are 18th. So basically, none of the promoted teams are in the relegation spots at the minute. So we're all doing pretty damn good. And obviously, Gymnastic and us are second and third, respectively. So, but 2 of the 4 promoted teams are leading up there in the top of the division, which is pretty cool to see. And hopefully, we're still going to be there for a while. But like I said earlier, I'm not going to put too much pressure on it because I do feel like we'll drop away eventually. But we're in like a decent run now of playing like sort of teams at kind of our level, I think. We're not getting like a big run of games playing like the best ones, although there is a few coming up. Sporting Heon definitely going to be one of those. Although it is kind of interesting to see that the top team in the division right now, although we have 2 games in hand on them, we did miss a game due to the postponement and the international duty, is a team we bet at the beginning of the season. So very interesting. But they are in poor form, we're in strong form. Hopefully we can do the job there. Just wanted to show you that because I thought that was interesting. And the only other thing, because of something I literally just thought of then I wanted to show you, and now I literally can't remember. Oh, yeah, it's the teams. So going to the team. Annoyingly, I'm having a bit of an issue with the B team, and I don't know if anyone else is having B team problems, like if you have a B team. I don't know if it works the same in the under-23s, but literally, under the staff sort of list and the responsibilities and all that, the hiring of the B team manager falls to the chairman. I really don't know why, and you can't change it. It's just like, it's the chairman. But what it means is basically there is no staff whatsoever, and I can't hire any. If I try and hire like an assistant manager or coaches for it, it literally will not let me, and I have no idea why. I tried to set some friendlies up, and they didn't work. However, there is apparently a friendly today because they're in I don't know what's going on here. I tried to set up a friendly with them, or for them, should I say, so they can get some game time. Because obviously I've got a few players that I'm not really utilising. You can see the ones here, basically. So I want to get some game time. So I set a few friendlies up, but none of them are showing. Although it is now showing that they are ineligible because they're in a B team game. Answers on a postcard, guys? But literally I have no idea what's going on there, which is really annoying because I like to utilise the B team or the reserves as much as possible to develop the young players, get them game time and all that kind of good stuff. So not sure what's going on. I don't know why I can't, why is it the chairman that hires them, and why, if it is a chairman, why are they not hiring anyone to manage that B team? It's just a bit annoying right now. Don't know if this is a full-on bug or if there's something I'm just missing here. But do let me know, guys, if you're in Spain with B teams, is this like a thing that we can't manage the B team? It's managed by the board as almost like it's a separate club, or what? Just let me know in the comments. That'd be really useful. Or if you think it is a bug, then obviously I will go report it and see what SI say. But yeah, do let me know your thoughts on that one. Now, for the team lineup then, because of this issue, it's kind of on the same day. Which is weird because I didn't set any friendlies on Sundays, so I don't really know what's going on there. But either way, we've got Merch in goal, Allende, Erikovic, Garcia, Mora, Hilmar, Ravioli, Fidalgo, Doyle, who is now a 4.5 star in our team. Beautiful. Kuntameskov and Marquez up top. Miguel Maya is just a grayed out goalkeeper player to replace Banuz, who is in the B team. And annoyingly, our backup sort of striker is out as well there. But Andre is on the bench if required. Now, I think because he's kind of the best player at the team, or striker at the team, he's getting a little bit disheartened with it, not getting a lot of game time. So I don't know if I can change his squad status. We'll put it to a impact sub and see if that makes him a bit happier. That's kind of his status. But I will need to try and give him a bit more game time. But at the minute, these guys, I kind of want to focus on our players and develop our players. But let's submit the team then. Let's get into it, and let's hope that we can make it 2 out of 2 for today's episode. And if obviously you are enjoying it, please do remember to smash that like button. It is massively appreciated for the YouTube algorithms, and I'm really enjoying FM20 so far. Obviously, a few little bits here and there, like I say, that we've kind of mentioned, but for the most part, absolutely loving it. And I'm loving the long shot goals, especially when they go for you anyway. When they're against you, probably not as fun. But let's see if we can press them here. Kind of seem like we are, though. We're sort of slowly pushing them back anyway. Although I just don't want them to break out. Oh, that's a good chance. Marquez, can I get on the end of it? Oh, he's missed. Probably could have just tapped that to the side. And he had his strike partner just in acres of space for a tap in. But one-on-one, you can't kind of blame him at that sort of angle. If it was more wide, you'd have a go at them. But it was in a decent-ish position as Garcia tries to get on the end of it. Headed down and goes in. Marquez. That is probably the scruffiest goal you'll see. definitely a poacher's kind of finish, so to speak, and I use finish lightly. But let's see it again. Doyle with a corner, headed out. Their defender seems to knock it in, and then Marquez just on the floor taps it in. Let's see it. Yeah, it's not the most tidiest of finishes ever, is it? But I'll take it all day long. Puts us in the lead. So far, we're not looking our complete best here, but maybe we just need to settle in the game. They're probably obviously like they're fighting for their lives a little bit, being obviously the bottom of the league. Oh, that's a great steal. Marquez through. Oh, that is a really good save from the keeper. Gets a really good touch on it. Should have probably buried that one, to be honest, but nice swinging corner in. Saved by the keeper. That was a really good effort. Shame we couldn't finish that one. I'll give him a get creative. Pressure by the feedback isn't brilliant, but we've had 5 shots, but none on target so far, which isn't the best from us. Got to be careful not to concede, though. Good header out. Keep pushing them, though. Let's steal this ball back. Go on, defend it. Go on, get into it. Defend it. Defend it. Defend it. Ooh. Give him a bit too much space there. Edge of the box. We've seen obviously them fly in, so got to be careful with them ones. Go for a demand more instead. Pressure by that as well. God's sake. I do hate these shouts sometimes. They just never seem to work as you kind of hope they do. But we've got the ball here. Doyle. Needs to knock it in for someone. There's Garcia. He dinks it long for Marquez. Great ball for Temechkov. He can't finish. Marquez can't finish either. Temechkov just seemed to take an age to get that ball under his feet and get a shot away. He could have done it first time. That could have been a really good finish for him, but not to be. Fidalgo goes close from the corner. We're putting the pressure on. We are pressuring him. We had a lot of corners in this game. Go on, Garcia. Oh, I don't know why he didn't go for that. He seemed to just like whiz past him for some reason. We're still 1-0. Half-time approaching. And that is half-time. So we're playing all right. We're playing okay. We just need to up this conversion rate. 9 shots, only 1 on target. Isn't ideal. I'm going to say things are going well, but you can do even better. And I will give him a bit of faith as well. Just to gear them up a bit for this second half. Right, let's see what we can do then. Second half. Early highlight here. Literally a minute into the second half. Hilmar running down the flank. Doyle. Into Fidalgo. Great space for Hilmar. Can he get a ball in? Can he find someone? Finds Fidalgo. Space. Goal. Come 5th goal of the season for Fidalgo, who has been brilliant. I was really unsure about this guy, like the impact he'd have for us. He was one of those players where I actually had a couple of other options above him that we just couldn't end up getting. And so I went for this guy, and he looked decent, and the scouts kind of rated him, and our coaches rated him when we got him on trial, but I was really like unsure of whether he'd be the main man or not, or he could really grasp that position, but he really has, and that's a great piece of play for Marquez, who applies the finish. Alejandro Marquez, he just completely did the defender there. Just seemed to like do him, go past him, score. What a great piece of play. Let's look at it again. So he goes, passes it back, takes it, just dinks it round him, and then just applies the finish. Calm as you like. Cold keeper doesn't even dive for it. 3-0, boys. We scored 2 goals in like 2 minutes. Or technically the same minute there. In the second half. Done them right over. Doyle with a free kick off the crossbar. I am just super enjoying this series. Can you tell? Can you tell? I'm smiley. Very, very smiley. Like I said, I really didn't expect us to do this well. And I'm kind of waiting. I'm sure you've probably had it as well, where you have that kind of good, against the sort of what you expected kind of run of form, and you kind of almost just waiting for it to collapse. But we're playing really well, and so long may it continue. That's a great ball in. Hilmar. Oh, should apply the finish, really. That was a great ball in for Mora, but Hilmar couldn't apply the finish in the end. Ravioli not having the greatest of games. We'll bring Martin on for him. Mora, we'll swap him around for Lorerio just to keep giving him game time. So I don't want him to get disillusioned either. And Temechkov struggling is, yeah, his only goals so far have come in 1 game where he got a hat-trick. So it was obviously a good game. But I think I just want a little bit more from him. Marquez has been a little bit more consistent. He's got a few more goals here and there. But hopefully Temechkov can, come good. Because he shows that he can do it. He just, I think, needs that kind of belief and confidence a bit more. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Good save from Muric. That was that was not good defending. Who was it? Garcia. Garcia. Don't concede, boys. Especially not sloppily. Come on. Defend it. Ooh, free kick. That's fine. Thought I'd getting a penalty away for a second then. But it looks like they're getting into it a little bit towards the second half, or end of the half, should I say. They're probably piling men forwards, but what a good ball that is for Andre. Andre through! Apply the finish. And that's why you're not in the team from the start, Andre. It's also the fact that you're a lone player, and I kind of want to focus on my players, but mostly that. That is a really good win. 3-0. Marquez with the brace. Fidalgo with yet another goal. Brilliant result. Let's give him a nice... Very happy with that. Yep, we'll go with that one. And that sits us back top of the league. And we've got a game in hand on some teams as well. Oh, guys, it's going really, really well. We've got Guillon to play in, I think it's the next game. Yeah, we've got Guillon. Got Mallorca as 7th. Almeria 8th. Gymnastics 3rd. We've got a really tough run in now. These 4 games here are all the teams that are in like the top 7. So I think this is going to be like a deciding run. Because if we then go and let's say get beaten in like all these games, we could completely just get destroyed. You know, we could go on a really bad run. Whereas if we can still cut it and maybe get the odd win, maybe a draw, whatever, then we might be able to maintain this when we get back into playing teams that are below us. Or like, you know, not as good. You know, like sort of this run here, Alcon, these guys, these are the ones that we can try and do business against, whereas these ones, we might struggle. But we'll see, obviously, in the next episode what happens. I think we'll be back around sort of this area somewhere. But I'm really enjoying this, and I hope you are too. Just before we go, I'll give him a little classy Marquez. Let's give him a little praise so you can see it on camera. Boop. There we go. So I'll see you back very, very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now. If you just heard a noise in the background, it's because I knocked off the empty Pepsi bottle. I'll see you later, guys.